What's up, everybody? Heard the Stout here. So I finally finished. Today we're gonna do my review of Book of Boba Fett. A friend was texting me, wanted to know my opinions on it, and I figured instead of texting him back all my long drawn out rants, I'm actually gonna record a story just for him. So, oh, by the way, spoilers ahead. You've been warned. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, you have been warned. There will be spoilers in this. If you continue on, this is your own fault. Okay, my opinions on this are very, very strong opinions on this because I think this is a garbage series. I think this is one of the worst Star Wars properties that has ever been produced. And that is worse than Rise of Skywalker, worse than Solo, worse... Yeah, this is actually the absolute worst piece of garbage Star Wars property that has been out there. So, in all fairness, I haven't seen all the Clone Wars, so I didn't quite get all the callbacks. I got the callbacks, but it wasn't as connecting to me, I guess. So maybe this was a thing for those people, but I'll get to more of that later. Okay, why didn't I like this? Callbacks. The whole series was an entire callback. It's like callback to this, callback to that, callback to the Clone Wars, callback to... Okay, I get it. And I think it's great to reuse characters. I think it's great to connect characters. But if your story is nothing but callbacks, what's the purpose of it? I mean, why not just do a simple one-off and call it Callback Special? We'll call it a reunion tour. So, and that kind of leads into the next one. What was the overarching story of this? So was it about Boba Fett becoming a crime lord? Was he trying to be a better Jabba the Hutt? Was he trying to be a less scrupulous Jabba the Hutt? Was he trying to be a Jabba the Hutt of the people? Because he kind of is doing that. He's like, yeah, we can run the crime syndicate better. We could be sitting on the top. But then, like, is he trying to redeem himself, be better, make up for the things that he's done, but be a bad guy, but in a better way? Be a bad guy with morals? Or was it just the whole thing? Was the whole thing just a revenge scheme for the to get back at the Pike Syndicate for taking out the Tuskens? I didn't mind the initial first. So the first couple episodes, I really wanted to watch it and give it some time to marinate. So I started watching it. I'm like, I don't really like this. And I remember actually having the same opinion of Mandalorian. The first couple episodes, I couldn't get into it. I didn't like it. But then, as the season progressed, everything was kind of feeding into each other. The stories, even though there were different directors and everything, the stories were overarchingly feeding into itself, and you kind of got the overall scheme of things. This just didn't have that. Like, as it progressed, it just got worse and worse. I mean, yeah, so was it Mando's story? Because you have the first few episodes of him having his flashbacks to kind of establish his background, and then we cut into Mando for a couple episodes. So is this just a continuation of Mandalorian? And then on top of that, it pretty much undid everything that happened in Mandalorian. So the logical conclusion of Mandalorian was Din Djarin, has his time with Baby Yoda, and then Baby Yoda goes off and has to get trained, and they have to live separately from each other now. Oh, nope, halfway through it. Okay, we're gonna get Mando, we're gonna give him some Mandalorian armor, Grogu's gonna have to make some big choice, and ends up getting back together with Mando. And then, so then you have that loop part in the middle there, you're like, wait, what is this? Okay, CGI Luke. Why? Why CGI Luke? Seriously, if you're going... Because we're getting to that point. Let's face it. Star Wars, A New Hope, was 1977. That's what? 50 years ago now. They're already dropping off like flies. If we're going to continue on with the same characters, which I'm not sure we should... But I understand if we are going to have to recast these people. And it cannot always be CGI. Let's recast. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. The recast, yeah. So yeah, well, sorry, this has me that frustrated that I can't keep my thought on it. I know people were upset about that the crappy greaser spiker, half droid, half robot, half android, whatever they were. I think that was fine. I didn't mind the greasy biker gangs. Hey, I understand Lucas was he loved the hot rod, the easy rider, that was his culture. He loved it. And I think that fits perfectly in Star Wars. That didn't bother me. But what bothered me was like the horrible special effects. So you have So this is not what we should expect from a Star Wars movie, let alone a Star Wars franchise that's operating under the Disney helm. Disney should be like, yeah, no, this is the standard we are setting. You guys are going to here's the budget to make sure that you fit that standard, because that was one of the key things about Star Wars, is the key legacies of Star Wars is all the technical pieces that Lucas did to advance the technology. And for them to just shit all over the franchise like that with such crappy special effects. Oh, we're gonna do this crazy little blaster spin and go bloop, boop, boo. Or in the final battle of Croston's his broken leg that it's not broken, and literally you could see the actor kind of hobbling with his the foot just kind of dragging along there because it doesn't even fit right. Did anybody actually stop and go, wait, we need to reshoot this. This is not quality Star Wars special effects. It just goes on and on and on. I really don't understand what they were thinking with this. What the end goal of this series was. Is it just to continue? I actually no. I think I understand what the thought was. It was, hey, we had reintroduced Boba Fett. Let's just do a Boba Fett series. And then said, I think that's about as far as the thought went for this series. And they literally just said, okay, we're gonna throw Mando in here. Let's throw that episode. The episode. And actually, in all fairness, I haven't decided if I really love the episode or I really hate the episode. I think so. It was the first episode that we saw Mando again. He goes back, he finds the Coven, which apparently are alive after the Purge. So they're back. He plays around with the Darksaber. They have a little fight over the Darksaber. They throw him out of the Coven. And then you spend the next 30 minutes of the show trying to build a spaceship. So I think literally what it was the director going, I'm going to play with my Star Wars toys. Yeah, saber fight. Okay, let's go play with our Legos and build a starship now. Like I said, I haven't decided if I really hate that episode or really love that episode. It just, the pacing of the series was wrong. This overarching story of the series was wrong. I don't... At this point, I didn't care about any of the characters, so I never had time to actually start to care about the characters. The only one I actually cared about was Boba Fett, because it's his book. Yeah, I didn't understand his motivations throughout the whole thing. What is he trying to do? What is his character trying to develop to? Yeah, it's that's... I hope to God this is not what the rest of the Star Wars properties are going to be. Because they have a really, really good chance to create some really cool stuff. Mandalorian was a cool series. All of it was. Like I said, I didn't like it at first. It was really, and it did a good job of saying, hey, this is the stuff that's going on over here. Not necessarily just the Jedi in this. It had some cool little people backstories. It had your cool big top level action heroes and everything in between. I don't know. I hope this isn't what the rest of the Star Wars properties are going to be. I love Star Wars. It's one of my favorite things out there, and I just really hope Disney doesn't continue down this path, and they can really learn and figure it out to make really cool Star Wars properties. Because it's Disney. They should. Let these guys make cool stuff. Don't shit on the whole series. All right, I gotta go take the kids out for the bus. Peace.